Stories of yesterday's release of hostages abound. US President Joe Biden spoke emotionally after the release of 4-year-old Avigail Dunn. A White House statement said the story of Avigail in many ways was a microcosm of the horror Hamas unleashed on October 7th. The young girl saw her mother killed in front of her in Kibbutz Kfar Aza during Hamas's massacre and then ran to her father, who shielded her with his body, as terrorists then shot him dead. She then ran to her neighbour's home, where she, along with those inside, were taken hostage into Gaza. Avigail's grandfather, Carmel, said yesterday that he had understood that Avigail would be released in the first phase of the hostage release on Friday. And we were looking. She's not there. What disappointment. Russian roulette. We were waiting on the second day. Again, Avigail isn't there. We couldn't believe it. Carmel said Avigail's siblings, Michael 9 and Amalia 6, who survived the October 7th ordeal by hiding in a closet for 14 hours, are in shock and with a psychologist. Mayan Zin was reunited with her two daughters, Daphna 15 and Ella 8, after they were held hostage in Gaza for 51 days. The sisters' father, Noam, was murdered on October 7th as they were kidnapped. Zin campaigned vocally and publicly for their release, even penning an op-ed in the Washington Post saying that she wanted to enter Gaza to be with them. In a statement yesterday, Zin said, "After a long period in which I lived in terrible uncertainty, my daughters are finally with me. The girls are returning to a new and complex situation, and now we have a period of recovery that will take time. It's a joy mixed with sadness, joy for my daughters who are here and sadness for those who have not yet returned. My heart will not be whole again until everyone returns home safely." Released hostage 84-year-old Elma Avraham is in a serious and life-threatening condition in Soroka Hospital in Beersheba. Her children described how they had purchased the medication they knew she needed and took them to the Red Cross. But the organisation, which says that its mission is to protect the lives and dignity of victims of armed conflict and other situations of violence and to provide them with assistance, would not take them. Roni Krivoi was released last night as part of a separate deal between Hamas and Russia with President Vladimir Putin's intervention. The 25-year-old was born in Israel as the youngest sibling in a Russian family. His mother was angry at the description of his release, as they said 13 Israelis, and that excluded her son from the number. She emphasized that he is Israeli in every way and does not even speak Russian. Roni managed to escape from captivity for a brief period after the building in which he was being held was bombed, but Gazans returned him to Hamas. Hamas broke the terms of the agreement yesterday by separating families, and today's exchange has not proceeded due to their intention to do the same. This is Peter Jones-Pellach reporting for NCJWA Australia.